Welcome to Dahua Academy. Today we will learn Dahua Smart ANPR Solution. Let's install an ANPR camera. This site have two ANPR cameras. One for entry, another for exit. This camera shall be used for entry lane, and this one for exit lane. After installation of cameras, we need to adjust it for good plate reading angles. For this, stop a car in front of camera, and view the plate by standing behind the camera. The car plate should look straight with camera horizon. You can integrate the gate barrier also with ANPR camera for automated operations. For good plate capture and recognition, keep the car distance around 3 to 4 meters from the camera location. The camera should able to view the car plate in slowest speed under good lighting conditions. You can adjust the camera's viewing angles by tilting the camera in required directions. You can use the hex key supplied with camera for this. Once adjusted, check again if the car plate looks straight from camera horizon. Don't forget to tighten the hex screws in camera pole after accepted adjustments. Let's initialize devices first. For initialization of devices, open pre-installed Dahua Toolbox. Under Dahua Toolbox, open Config Tool. In Config Tool, select Uninitialized Devices and click Initialize button. Set a new password. Follow these instructions to create a strong password. Don't forget to type an email address for password recovery. If you forget the password, Dahua will send the recovery key on this email address. Click Next. Uncheck Easy for IP and Auto Update options and click OK. This tick confirms successful initialization. 192.168.1108 is the default IP of Dahua devices. Repeat the initialization process for other uninitialized devices also. Here we are initializing the NVR now. Since all devices shall have same default IP after initialization, change it to a unique IP per device. For this, click Search Settings. Confirm correct IP range, and type the device's password. Click OK. Now, to change the IP of device, click Edit. Set the new IP, subnet mask, and gateway. Click OK to confirm. This green tick confirms the operation. Click refresh to load the new IP addresses. Now we will configure ANPR camera. Open Internet Explorer from Start menu as an administrator. Type ANPR camera IP in address bar. Type ANPR camera password as specified during initialization process. And click Login. For first time login, you have to install the plugin. Click this hyperlink. And click Run. The plugin will be installed. Click Allow to run the plugin. The camera will log out automatically. So log in again. This is the main page of ANPR camera. Here you can view the live feed from camera. Here the snapshot of last vehicle captured will be displayed. Click Guide to initiate the configuration. First step is to confirm the firmware. Note that there is special firmware for GCC, which can read Arabic plates, region, and different plate types. To update it, click Exit. Click Setting. In Settings page, click System. Then click Upgrade. Import the correct firmware file. This firmware file you can get from Dahua's local support team. Click Upgrade. Wait for upgrade to finish. Once upgrade, camera will reboot. Log in again in camera. Now we will set the plate capture zone and settings. In Guide, click Plate Pixels. Here you can see the live feed from camera. In live feed, there are two green lines. The car plate should be between these two lines. The plate should fall like this way in the plate indicator rectangle. To improve the pixel density, you can optical zoom as well. As the camera have auto back focus function, it will automatically focus to right plane. Click local range for digital zoom and drag the yellow box to measure plate size. Once satisfied, click check pixel. If all okay, click yes. Now you can adjust the identification area. It's an 4-sided virtual area, in which car plate shall be captured. Click and drag the corners for desired position. You can also start afresh by clicking redraw. Just click at 4 different places in camera view. Make sure the plate should fall within marked identification area. Now click snap line and drag from one side to another side of identification area. It should be placed slightly away from vehicle plate. Marking at vehicle tires can be a good choice. Snap line is used to trigger camera system to take vehicle and number plate snapshot. You can click redraw to create the snap line again. Follow right side is an sample image for the guidance. Click save to confirm the settings. And click finish. Now you can see the snapshot of car, plate, OCR, and other information on live page. Event type shows the snapshot trigger source. Here you can see other details during snapshot like capture time, plate number, country, plate pixel size, vehicle sign, and vehicle type. To configure more settings for capture area, click Config LPR. To edit identification zone, click Item Area, and drag the four corners of red box to desired positions. Make sure the license plate should stay within red box. You can redraw the snap line in similar way. Click and drag the snap line from one side to another of identification box. Once done, click Confirm to save the changes. You can also create up to 2 shield areas same like identification area. Any vehicle appear under these shield area will be ignored. And camera will not activate the AI algorithm, which usually identify the presence of any vehicle in the scene. Don't forget to click Confirm to save the changes. Here you can see the camera AI algorithm identifies the vehicle presence and license plate position, and marked in green box. Click Config LPR again to load live view. If the plate pixels are less than 140 pixels, you will get this message. Click Settings to configure the functional settings. Under Snapshot Settings page, we can adjust trigger source. Video means trigger from snap line, and loop means trigger from induction loop. Number of snapshots should be 1 to capture 1 picture per vehicle passed. You can also select the car direction. Approaching is for front snapshot, departing is for rear side snapshot. Since MOI asks for either side capture, select two-way. For scene, select small vehicle. If loop is selected as the LPR trigger source, then you can adjust the loop mode parameters as per operation requirements. Click Confirm to save the changes. Click Intelligence for next settings. Under Recognition, default settings are sufficient. Click Scene. Here, select the image with car and bike. This enables the camera AI to capture both cars and bikes. Save the settings. Click OSD for next settings. Here you can set the live and playback video OSD like channel title, timestamp and custom titles. Click Snapshot OSD. As per MOI requirements, you should select time, plate, plate type, vehicle type, and region. You can also select custom for custom text, say ANPR name. Click Edit in Custom, and fill required details. Click Confirm. These information shall be displayed in a black strip in every snapshot. Here you can change its location and text font size. Now click Cutout. Here select for plate and whole vehicle. And click Confirm. Since driver image capture shall be done by another camera, you can skip this setting. Click Block List and Allow List. Allow and block list can be created here for this camera only. Click Add to add list manually. Fill required details. And click Save. Click Search to load the created record. You can edit this record anytime later as well. And even delete. Click Add to add more records in the list. Check for keep adding more records. Block list is same as allow list, but for restricted vehicles only. Click Barrier Control, if want to operate boom barrier through ANPR camera. Allow List Open will open the barrier for allowed vehicles. If you want to use centralized block list from VMS, check here. Barrier can be kept open for certain time period, if required. Camera have 3 relay contacts, which can be configured to operate barrier. Every trigger will open the barrier when a car arrive. Every plate will open the barrier when any plate is detected. Click Confirm to save the settings. Click Camera to make changes in camera attributes. Here you can adjust general image view including brightness, contrast, saturation, and gamma. Usually the default settings are sufficient, but you can adjust as per site requirements. Don't forget to save the settings. Depends on camera model, you can adjust here IR or white light settings. Select Always Off or On to keep the lights off or on all the time respectively. Select Auto by Time to turn on automatically at defined time. Select Auto by Brightness to turn on the lights based on surrounding ambient brightness. Brightness Pre-Value slider will adjust the light sensor settings. Sliding it left side, camera will wait for ambient lights to get darker. Whereas sliding it right side, camera will turn on lights in comparatively brighter ambient light. Adjust accordingly. General illumination intensity will let you adjust the light intensity when there is no car in the scene. Next slider will adjust the light intensity automatically when a car appears in scene. Keep it higher than the general illumination. Save the settings. Click Shutter tab to adjust further settings. Here you can adjust the noise reduction filter in video. Video spatial reduces the noise in same frame. Video temporal reduces the noise by comparing the subsequent frames. In general, default settings are sufficient. Click Picture to adjust image sharpness and WDR settings. Here you can adjust the sharpness and WDR settings for dawn and dusk time, night time, and daytime individually. We should keep the WDR settings low in low light conditions to avoid ghosting effect. For nights, you can even turn off the WDR setting. For daytime, you don't have to change much. Save the settings. Now click Exposure to adjust the iris and shutter speed settings. Keep the iris setting in auto mode. For shutter speed, you can select predefined range, or select customized range for manual settings. Correct adjustment of shutter speed is highly important. For right settings, you should adjust at nighttime. You can increase the gain to amplify the image. Higher gain will increase the scene brightness, but you should not keep it very high, as it will also increase the effect of noise in the scene. You should run the car several times at optimal speed to get the right combination of shutter speed and gain. Click Save to see the changes in settings. Based on ambient light condition, average car speed, find your correct shutter and gain settings. Here you can see, with different shutter speed the scene brightness changes. Remember, for fast-moving cars, you require higher shutter speed. Higher shutter speed gives sharp snapshots. Save the settings and click Video. Enable Substream with default settings and save the settings. For main profile, we will set the parameters as per MOISSD guidelines. Follow the resolution, frame rate, and bit rate settings as approved in MOISSD design approval. Click Confirm to save the changes. Click Snapshot tab for ANPR snapshot quality settings. Keep the resolution at highest settings, that is 2 megapixels. Keep image quality at best settings. And save the settings. Keep these settings as default. Now click System. Under General Setup, click Date and Time tab. Here you can click Sync PC to synchronize with this PC's current time. But as per MOI, all devices should synchronize with NTP server, which is DSS Pro Server in our case. So enable NTP server settings and fill here the IP address of DSS Pro Server. It is advised to save the configuration backup once completed. Click Export to save the configuration in folder of your choice. And right next to Export, there is Import option. Click it and locate the saved file to load the previously saved configuration. Click Auto Maintain. As per default settings, camera is scheduled to auto reboot. Turn it off. And click Confirm. This way, you have completed the ANPR camera configuration. Now we will configure AI NVR. First, run Internet Explorer as administrator from Start menu. You can get the NVR IP from Dahua Config tool. Make sure the NVR IP should be unique. On the login page, type default username as admin. And password same as you set during initialization. And click Login. When you log in first time, you have to allow for add-on plugin to run. It will reload the login page again. Fill username and password again to login. Once login successfully, you will see several options on welcome page. Now we will first add ANPR cameras to this NVR. Click Settings, then click Camera. Here you will see the available devices to add to NVR. Click Search Device to load ANPR cameras available on same IP network and select it. Here you can confirm the correct ANPR camera by IP address. Click Add to register the device in NVR. The status of added device may be read initially. Click Refresh to load the real-time status. It must be green. Now, let's do the storage configuration. Under Settings, click Storage. As you know, MOI asks for 120 days video storage. For this, change Delete expired files to Custom. And type 120 for number of days. And click OK to save. Now let's confirm the recording schedule is continuous 24/7. Here all the days must be green for general settings for all the channels. Now, under Disk Manager, we will update the hard drive status. If all the hard drives' health status is normal, select all hard drives installed in NVR, and click Format. Type the admin password to confirm the format. Click OK to confirm. Formatting process will take a while to finish. After format, check the health status of hard drives and confirm if full storage space is available. Then in record mode, we will set the recording profile to record on hard drives. Here, correct settings is to record only for mainstream. Now we will create RAID group. Select RAID type as RAID 5. Keep working mode as self-adaptive only. Then select all the hard drives, except the spare disk and click one-click Create. Click OK to confirm. Dahua recommends to use odd quantity of hard drives for RAID 5 group, like 3, 5, 7. Once the RAID group is created, you will see here RAID group name, total space available, RAID type and total hard drives used in RAID group. You can change the RAID group working mode from Modify. You can check the RAID status in Details. Click RAID Info. Here you can find the current status of RAID group. It must be active. Hot standby disk shall appear here. In disk group, you can allocate which channel, channel stream, and channel snapshot will record in which RAID group. Since we have only one RAID group, we will keep it default settings only. As you know, we have custom firmware for NVR also. For this, first we will navigate to Home page, then to Maintain. Under Maintain, select Manager. Then click Update. Here you can confirm the installed firmware version and date. Contact your supplier to provide the correct custom version for ANPR application. Browse for firmware file locally in your PC. And click Update. NVR will start the updating process. It take a while to complete the upgradation. When update will finish, NVR will reboot. Navigate to Maintain, then Manager, then Update, and check the firmware version, if updated correctly. Now click Settings again, and click System, then click Add Date and Time. Here you can sync the NVR with PC time settings. As per MOI, all the devices should synchronize with a centralized NTP server. In our case, it is DSS Pro Server. So fill the DSS Pro Server IP in server address and click OK. And that's all, NVR configuration is completed. Now it's time to install DSS Pro Server in dedicated server. We have a custom version for DSS Pro as well. Contact your supplier for the correct setup file. Check to Software Agreement. And click Next. Since this server is the only iteration installed on this site, we will continue as main server type only. Here you can give installation path. Finally click Install. Once installation is completed, you can click Run. System will start all services required to run DSS Pro VMS. You may have to wait to all services status to turn in running mode. Wait for this status to turn to running mode. It turns green when all services are ready. Click this gear icon to fill the server IP address. CMS IP is the IP address of the network port, with which this server is connected to rest of the CCTV devices. Whereas, mapping IP is the IP address of port, with which this server shall connect to MOISSDNCC. Click OK to accept the changes. If you accept the notification, all services shall restart again. Since we don't need to change the IP address currently, thus we can click Cancel. Now to open the interface, click Open Administrator Client. It will load the web page with CMS IP. Let's learn to activate DSS Pro license via online method. Log in the web client with username as system, and password as you set when logged in first time. Click Activate License. For online activation method, we require this PC to be connected to active internet. Once ready, click Online Activate. Here you will fill the license key, which you have received from your supplier as a PDF document. Copy the license key from PDF file, and paste in web client. And click OK. System will automatically connects to activation server and will activate the key. Since we have used trial key, it shows expiry date here. But genuine key never expires. Now let's learn to activate DSS Pro license via offline method. For offline activation method, click Activate License. Then click Offline Activate. From the license key file, which you received from your supplier, copy the license key. And paste in web client's offline activation window. Then click Export. It will save a license request zip file in Downloads folder. Copy this file to a portable medium like USB drive. You would also require the license activation PDF file. Now take this USB drive to a PC where you have active internet connection. In that PC, open the license activation file and click this link. It will load a web page where you can activate different types of licenses. Click DSS and click Activate License. Now upload the license request file by clicking Upload button. Browse to your USB drive and locate the license request file to upload. Correct license key will be displayed. You can verify it by matching with the license key mentioned in PDF file. Now click Activate. It will save a license.zip file in Downloads folder. Copy this file to USB drive. And take this USB drive to server where you have installed DSS Pro. In DSS Pro Server web page, click Activate License again. And click Offline Activate. Here import the license file from USB drive, which you recently activated in another PC. This way you have activated the DSS Pro license via offline method. Now we will configure DSS Pro Server. First we will add the devices. Click Refresh to load all the connected devices in the reachable network range of DSS Pro Server. Then select NVR with which ANPR cameras are connected, and click Connect. For password, fill the NVR password. And click OK. Registered NVR will be shown here. Click Encoder to load the real-time status of NVR. Now click Edit to change settings of registered NVR. In Configuration panel, click Video Channel. Here you will see all the registered cameras under this NVR. Click on Features for ANPR camera and select Access Snapshot. click OK to confirm. Now click plus to open more options. In Options page, click Storage. In Record Plan, click Add to create a new storage plan. Select the NVR IP address. For the plan name, give a name of your choice. Stream type must be mainstream only. Keep all time period template for time template. And change position to storage on recorder. Click OK to confirm. Now click Storage Config. And click Local Disk. Find the dedicated hard drive installed in this server, and click its settings. In Type Allocation panel, select Disk Type as ANPR Picture. And click OK to confirm. The hard drive shall be formatted and change its disk type status as ANPR Picture. Now click plus to open new tab for more options. And click Event. In Event panel, click Add to create new events and response scheme. For device, you can select various events like disk full, disk error, device offline and no disk as alarm events. And select NVR IP address as alarm source. And click Alarm Linkage. Now to set alarm responses, click Link Actions. Here you will find several options like Link Cameras, Link PTZ, Alarm Output, etc. For now, we will select Link User. Under Link User, we will select the username, who will get notified for these selected alarm types. And then click Alarm Attribute. In Alarm Attribute panel, give this alarm scheme a name of your choice. Keep the time template as all period template and priority as high. And click OK to confirm. This way we have created the alarm event for NVR. Similarly, for cameras, we will create another event. This time, select Video Channel to set for cameras. And select for Video Loss, Tampering and Channel Offline. Then in Alarm Source, open NVR tree and select ANPR Cameras. And click Alarm Linkage. Then in Link Action, select Link User again. And just select the username you want to get notified for these camera-related events. Then click Alarm Attribute to finalize. Fill required details. And click OK to confirm. Now click plus for another options. And this time, click System. Here, under Message Storage Time, type 120 for access snapshot days, to set retention period for snapshot records, as required by MOI. Now click Time Sync. Time Sync settings shall make DSS Pro Server as a NTP server. Check for Scheduled Time Sync, and Device Online Time Sync. And click Immediately. And at last, hit Save to confirm. And with this, DSS Pro Server configuration is complete. For final step, we will configure DSS Pro Client. First we will install DSS Pro Client. To get the DSS Pro Client setup file, run DSS Pro Server in the main server. Once all services are running, click Open Administrator Client. It will load DSS Web Client in web browser. Navigate to Login page. Then click Windows icon to download DSS Pro Client setup file. Once downloaded, copy this setup file in a dedicated ANPR workstation. and run the setup file to begin installation. For installation of client, first check for user agreement, and click Next. Now finalize the installation path and click Install. The workstation being used for client should be under same IP network as of DSS Pro Server. Once installation is completed, please click Run to start the client software. For first time running, you have to bind the DSS client with DSS Pro Server. Under Select Site, it should automatically discover the DSS Pro Server available in same IP network. In case the server IP doesn't show up under Select Site, you can add manually as well. Click Fill in Site Information. Here, in IP, fill DSS Pro Server IP address. Keep the port as default 443. And click OK. The DSS server has been binded. Now login in client with administrator user. Credentials are same as for DSS server. Since we have logged in as administrator, all the options are available to use. For parking-based ANPR system, click Entrance. This is the parking system dashboard. Now click License Plate Recognition from the left sidebar. You can customize the number of camera tiles for live view also. Now click Parking Lot Config and create a new parking lot. Here you can define a new parking lot parameters. Give the parking lot a name of your choice. For total parking space, give total count of parking spaces available. In available, give vacant parking spaces currently. Dual camera option can be used when two cameras are assigned to capture one vehicle. Under alarm timeout, a time-based alarm can be set for the vehicle's state in parking lot more than certain time limit. You can define the duration here in hours. Entry and exit release can be used when ANPR cameras are used to operate barriers. You can select predefined time templates for barrier access control. Zero residual space helps to decide barrier operations when parking lot is full. You can select privileged list like VIP or trusted list to enter, or just select no entry for any vehicle if no parking space is available at that very moment. You can set the barrier to open for allow list vehicles with this option, despite the parking space availability. Similarly for exit release, you can set to open barrier for allowed list vehicles. Once you are done with the settings, click Next Step. Here we will allot the ANPR cameras to this parking lot. Click Add and select the available ANPR cameras physically installed in the same parking lot. Click OK to confirm. Here you can define this camera as for entry or exit. In means entry, and out means exit. Here we can also bind the video intercom terminal and LED display to this camera. Once done, click Next Step again. Here we can bind LED display to entire parking lot. Finally click Save and Exit to finish the parking lot settings. Here you can see the real-time summary of parking lots under this project. And also the summary of individual parking lot. Even edit it anytime later. Similarly, more parking lots can be created under this project. Now let's check the live view. Click License Plate Recognition form left sidebar. Double-click on NVR to load the camera's live view. On right side, you can view last vehicle snapshot and related details. At bottom, you can see thumbnails of last 5 to 6 snapshots. Now we will check saved records under Info Query. Under Info Query, click Snapshot Record. Then in Channel, select the NVR to search for all cameras. Then select the start and end date and time from calendar for search range. Click More to open more filters to refine the search query. You can search by filters like plate number, vehicle color, country, plate type, driving direction, etc. Finally click Search. It will load the snapshot results in thumbnail view. Click here to load the list view. Hover your mouse to any of the image to expand automatically. From bottom right corner, you can navigate to next or previous pages. Now let's learn vehicle management. Click Add to add new vehicle and owner details. Define different parameters per vehicle like plate number, vehicle privilege list, vehicle group type, color, and brand. Select the parking lot to which this vehicle shall have access. You can even define the access validity. Once done, click Personal Info to fill vehicle owner details. Fill various parameters as per requirement. And assign the dedicated parking slot. Then click Next Step to confirm the cameras in action for this vehicle. Finally click Save and Exit. Here you can find the list of vehicle records you have created recently. Out of the list, you can even search particular vehicle details. Use these filters to refine your search query, or these filters to change the displayed information in various columns. And that's all for ANPR system. Thanks for using Dahua products.